welcome everyone to the debut episode of the STEM Broker podcast. I'm your host, April Boyd-Noronha. And hey, I'm just a girl that's also a geek who loves to talk about girls and STEM. For more information about the STEM Broker podcast, STEM events and professional development training, visit our website, thestembroker.com. Now you can also check us out online, follow us on Twitter as @thestembroker, and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/thestembroker. So if you're on Twitter right now and have comments or questions about the show, tweet them using hashtag #thestembroker. Now, I know you're wondering what or who is the STEM Broker? Well, we are a consultancy focused on increasing the level of training, engagement, and dialogue in support of all things about girls in STEM. Now, some of my listeners may already know that I have a personal investment in the success of Girls in STEM initiative as a parent of 3 children, 2 of whom are my daughters, who are also aspiring engineers. So, I know you're all wondering, how can we help keep STEM alive in the community? 1, you can partner with us, the STEM Broker podcast, as an advertiser. Or 2, you can sponsor a podcast for as little as $25 a month. I mean, who can't do that to help a girl stay in STEM, right? So to get started, visit our website, thestembroker.com, or send me an email at april@thestembroker.com. Now, just a few announcements and then we'll get right into the show. This week, I will post my May classes and dates for STEM training that I'll be offering for educators, local and youth organizations, and even for parents of girls that are in STEM. I mean, I know there are a lot of people out there just like me. So I'll start offering training in May, and I will post later this week classes and dates for that STEM training. Once again, for educators, for youth organizations and youth leaders in the community, and of course, last but not least, parents of girls that are in STEM. Now, I know what you're wondering. Yes, I will be hosting a STEM boot camp just for girls in July. I can't, of course, forget about training for the girls. So tune into the podcast each Monday night at 9 p.m. for details. Or if you just can't wait, you can visit my website, the STEM Broker, and tune in and check out our calendar page for updates and information on how to register soon. So, are you ready for the show, the debut broadcast of the STEM Broker podcast? Well, here we go. So today's show is on that oh so familiar question, how do you get a girl into STEM? I know, right? So earlier this year, I wrote an article about this very subject. And to date, I've received over 390 views and about 85 likes in response to my LinkedIn post. So this is a very popular topic. It's the question of the day. So now, as a mother of 2 future female engineers, I am constantly in the thick of the daily grind and the mindset of how to not only get my girls into STEM, but how to keep them interested in STEM careers as well. So sometimes it's a double-edged sword. I battle with how to keep the here and now demands of school and band and sports and church activities that frankly are a priority today. But I'm also faced with finding the fine line of focusing on the future and strategically positioning my daughters for what lies ahead in a STEM career. But as a geek myself, after recently earning my security IT degree, I know the value in keeping my eyes on the prize, and not only for my daughter's sake, but for mine as well as their mother. So not only do I wear the hat as a STEM advocate, I am also a STEM parent as well. So equally important as a STEM advocate, I regularly meet with community STEM leaders, primarily female, who share my plight. Only though just in the role as an administrator versus that of as a parent. And I truly value their input and perspective because it provides yet another piece to the ever-changing puzzle of actively and aggressively supporting girls in STEM. Many times when I'm seated at the table for a discussion about girls in STEM, the primary questions that come to the forefront are, what did your journey, or where did your journey begin? What can we do as businesses in the community? Other questions are like, what other resources are needed to support girls in STEM programs? And how do we keep STEM alive in the community? So as a result of three things: one, my informal think tank sessions with local STEM influencers, coupled with two, documented research from foundations like the Anita Borg Institute, which is fabulous on tracking and documenting women-centric topics on STEM. And then also with three, my personal outcomes experienced with my own daughters, I've developed like a 4-part blueprint, if you will, that can be successfully implemented by any adult, whether it's an educator, a parent just like me, a STEM advocate, a female mentor, etc., whoever that wants to help increase the chances of a successful journey for a girl in a STEM career. Now, of course, it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. With implementing any concept that involves young people, the real key to successful results is to keep it simple. And trust me, I'm a parent and an educator, so I know what I'm talking about. So, here are my 4 tried and true, actionable and measurable steps to keep a girl interested in STEM. Now, in order to keep it simple and easy for you to remember, I'll use the word STEM, S-T-E-M, as an acronym. So, step number 1, the S is to show her. We have to introduce STEM to girls at an early age. Now, for me, once I saw the potential of my girls possibly being interested in pursuing a STEM career, I made it a priority to pursue it. Now, keep in mind, I'm a single parent of 3 children, 2 girls, 1 son, who at that time were between the elementary and the middle school ages. So what's key here is that you have to realize that everything that you do has to be strategic. Meaning you are constantly, as the parent, calculating the short-term value in respect to the long-term potential. Case in point, the summertime is the perfect opportunity to show them the STEM. My daughters are so used to taking classes on a college campus that now as teenagers, it's no big deal to step on a campus because I enrolled them in STEM activities throughout the summers when they were younger. Now, yes, being aware of the cost, I selected programs at campuses that I would want them to consider for college later. So here's the deal. While attending the STEM events, I was also pre-screening the campus culture as well as getting an unofficial tour at the same time. Okay, strategic. Now, also, some of the STEM activities were mother and daughter themed. So for those particular STEM activities, I was able to not only bond with my daughters, but also build on their STEM activities and the interests. Now, later in the broadcast, I'll tell you more about the Girls in STEM Bootcamp that I'll be hosting in Kansas City in July. So keep listening because today's listeners who tweet on our Twitter feed at #TheSTEMBroker during our podcast will receive a special discount for the Girls in STEM Bootcamp I'll be hosting in July. So, step number 2, how to get a girl into STEM. T is to teach her. You must help her feel comfortable in choosing a STEM career. I mean, it's so vast, whatever field and whatever particular career. So parents, educators, STEM advocates out there, do the research with her. And like I said, whether you're the parent, educator, or other supporter, that kind of becomes your mission as well in this journey with her through a career in STEM. Now, I know every parent is not a geek like me, but yes, you still have to help guide her interest in STEM. Because here's the deal. The foundation of your daughter finding herself in STEM is built in the home. The support stems, okay, no pun intended, but the support stems from the father, mother, the extended family members who are, one, either in a STEM career, or two, they're going to be the advocates for your daughter pursuing a STEM career. So once again, parent, educators, if STEM is a foreign concept to you, the science, technology, engineering, and math, if STEM is a foreign concept to you, there are numerous websites, apps, career profiles, etc. that can help you kickstart her interest and further prepare her. School counselors and STEM teachers are the first to know about upcoming programs, new classes, and after-school activities. For me, my two newest BFFs in my STEM journey for my daughters are their school counselor and a Project Lead the Way teacher. These people keep me in the loop so I in turn can keep my daughters interested and active in STEM. For example, it's because one of the teachers at my daughter's school that I will be attending a Coder Dojo event this weekend. I know. Let me say that again. Coder Dojo. Yes, that is a local event that's open to students from ages 4 to 18 years of age, and they learn to code. Now, here's the kicker. This event called Coder Dojo is a free event. Oh yes, it gets even better. It's held every month, free, in the community. Yes, this month's event in Kansas City is unfortunately sold out, and it's the 25th of this month. But check my website, thestembroker.com, for listing of events like these throughout the year. All the parents and people that know me know that my newest middle name is free. So I can't wait to attend this event, this Coder Dojo. I'm going to keep saying it so you guys get it. Coder Dojo event is held I think about fourth Saturday of every month for students ages 4 to 18. What perfect opportunity to introduce your girl or even to further propel her interest if in IT and in STEM. Free event to learn how to code, and it's hosted and there will be mentors there too that are professionals in that field. That's a win-win situation right there. So we're talking today at the STEM Broker podcast about how to get a girl into STEM. We're on step number 3, and it's the letter E in the word STEM, and the E stands for encourage. Now, we all know this, but from time to time, we need to be reminded to encourage her, to reassure her that, yes, honey, girls do rock in STEM. So now, slowly but surely, I'm coming to see the shift in perspective about STEM being cool, or that it's not just for boys anymore. And what I found to be the most critical rule in my STEM journey with my daughters is that of being their personal cheerleader. Now, okay, in high school, I was not a cheerleader, but I was a member of the pom-pom squad. I know, I digress. Forgive me. But the chant that always